But you're missing like the spirit of it. The man is supposed to lead. The man is supposed to be an example. And it doesn't mean that the woman never has nothing good to say or she can't ever say something that the man is like, oh yeah, that's deep. It's not like that either. And it's not that the man is telling the woman what to do. But he has a natural authority that the woman is just grateful to follow because she sees God in him. She's not thinking like, I got to be God like him so I could be his helper and we be side to side. What the? Maze out of Ohio. Maze, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello, Joel.
How's it going, Maze?
Oh, marvelous. I keep hearing people talking about obey. And what's the difference between a helpmate and somebody that wants somebody to obey them?
That's a great question. The difference between a helpmate, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, why not? What's the difference between obedience and helpmate?
Well, one wants somebody to obey them as if they was a child or animal or if they were their father. A help each other.
But obedience...
both have the freedom to do as they please. As if they had a mother and a father. And then they want to lock them down and tell them what kind of move. And then those people that always screaming obey, most of them, from the pulpit to the heathen, they got two women. They got the wife at home that don't have to work. Then they got the other lady on the other side, but they want you to obey.
Well, the rejection of the word obedience comes from like it's like a feminist type of mindset because that definition that you explained is not wait, but let me finish. Okay. That definition that you explained right there saying that like a dog or whatever, that's not what obedience means. Right? Obedience is just you see the light within your husband and you follow that example that he's setting. So it's not that he's telling you, not that he should be telling you what to do and when to do it. Well, kind of, but not like in a like you better obey me type of way. But just because he has the authority over his wife to lead her, and when he says something, he's saying it because he sees this is the right thing for her to do, and she's obedient because she trusts the light in him. Ha! Yeah.
So as I say, as a helpmate, they help each other.
But what about what I just said right there? Do you agree?
It's still like you got an animal that you're trying to tell what to do.
So that means
you taking care of. She got to do by your every beat, or he got to do by her every beat. Because all men don't work either, so they stay home and keep kids, just like the women do. But anyway,
is that right? Is that right for the men to stay home and be the stay-at-home dad?
If they want to do it, that's their business. Okay. Man. But as I say, a helpmate is somebody that help each other, and then they see each other. They don't see each other as they do things together. They spend time together.
But are there different roles in the marriage or in the relationship that each person follows, or do they have the same role and they share?
Well, with just the way people tell you how you should live your life.
What do you mean?
How would you live, like honor and obey?
But there is a role that the woman. Would you agree that there is a role that the woman plays, and there's a role that the man plays, to where that's what unites. That's what unites the family. But it's not the same role. They're not side by side in it. There's a role that has to be played for the family to function properly. Do you believe that to be true?
To make the family function properly is that he shouldn't be beating her. He shouldn't be mistreating her. And you got these men walking around here saying, obey me just because I'm the head of the household, and then I make the money, you don't make any, and you got to sit at home all day with the kids.
No, but that's not what obey. That's not what obey means, though. Obey doesn't mean that you have to not work and I work. Those are like for convenience sake. That may make sense for the family, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the way to go. Obedience is the woman knowing her role and the man knowing his role. And how that operates in the home is what is right.
That's what helpmates do.
Yeah,
a lot of these men that walk around and saying that they obey, and the women have to end up taking care of them when they can't do nothing anymore. And they walked around with that same scenario: is that you got to obey me. But you can't even buy a pair of shoes without asking him. You got to ask him, "Can I go get this?" Or either with the kids,
that's
all
the
day.
Wrong thing of
obedience. Come and give you a hand and help you out. Really?
That's the wrong thing of obedience.
I'd rather have a helpmate than somebody walking around telling me to obey, because that's going to be hard for me to do.
So what is a helpmate to you? What does a helpmate do?
A helpmate is where you help each other out. It's like if the wife's been home all day with the kids, you should give her relief and help her. She's there all week. The weekend come. Why don't you spend your weekend and take care of your kids and let her go do have her freedom? But she don't have to get beat up. She don't have to get scorned and all this stuff. But he's still drunk over there in the corner.
There's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with help.
I wouldn't know nobody like that for nothing.
There's nothing wrong with helping in certain situations or certain moments, like you're talking about. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But but should a woman follow her husband?
Sure, and a man should follow the woman too.
But why?
Helpmate.
But I'm talking about follow his authority, follow his example.
Yeah, well, both should have an example. He should have one.
No.
That's what I'm saying about. That's what I mean about a helpmate. That's what they do. I mean, where you got a woman where she almost have a nervous breakdown, she'll have nobody to help her. She's just out there, and he's still running around here. Obey me, because I said you.
What you're explaining? What it sounds like you're explaining is two men.
No, I'm not saying men that want to say obey. His wife should obey, and then when he leave her, that she been obeying, and then he leave her and go find another wife, she left with nothing. She didn't work. So what's she gonna do?
Well, she should have thought about that. She should have thought about that before she decided she wanted to be equal.
That's what helpmates are.
No, but see, that's the thing. You're missing like the spirit. But you're missing like, because you're not making wrong points, but you're missing like the spirit of it. The man is supposed to lead. The man is supposed to be an example, and it doesn't mean that the woman never has nothing good to say, or she can't ever say something that the man is like, oh yeah, that's deep. It's not like that either, and it's not that the man is telling the woman what to do, but he has a natural authority that the woman is just grateful to follow because she sees God in him. She's not thinking like, I gotta be God like him so I could be his helper and we be side to side. What the?
You can mix it up. That's not what I said. I said these men saying that they obey. You gotta obey them in every move and every corner just because he's the head of the house.
You're right, though. You're right about that. There are some guys that take it too far, that's for sure. And they
you got that right.
But not all the time, maybe there's people who are maybe one or two who are doing obedience in the right way. Don't you think?
Okay. I didn't say all. I said some of the people do that. And when you hear them saying that the head of the household and you should obey them, you can be the head of the household and still be a helpmate.
I agree. Wait, the
woman
who's the head of the household? Who's the head of the household? Make her like
she's a puppet.
Who's the head of the household?
She had it from her father before she left home. She's not looking for a father. She's looking for a mate.
But she respects the father authority in her husband.
So if she had it in her, why she need a man to have her to do this?
You said what? Say it again.
Why does she need somebody that's saying you're supposed to be obeying when you left your father?
It's just respect. She just respects the masculinity. She respects
it.
Feminine. Let me tell you this. Femininity is naturally submissive to masculinity.
Yeah,
masculinity is dominant, and femininity is not. So if two people are not following suit, then we got two masculine people in the house, or you got two feminine people, and it ain't working.
And it ain't working, and that's why you get divorced.
Exactly.
Because you got somebody hollering around that I'm the masculine this and I'm the masculine that, but that's not it. If you're not a helpmate, it's not gonna work anyway. If you don't have a helpmate, it's not gonna work.
That's true, but the woman gotta know but she shouldn't be competing with the man, and the man shouldn't be competing with the woman.
No, they shouldn't.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So she should get respect,
right,
and showing that he appreciate her. She should show that she appreciate him, and when he can't do, she do for him, and when she can't do, he do for her.
Fair enough.
Just because you're working and you don't work, you got to be home with the kids, and you never get any freedom. That's why a lot of them have a breakdown.
I agree.
Walk around like out of space, out in space somewhere, because then the helpmate won't help them.
I agree. I agree to a certain extent.
You take care of this house, and I'm not going to help you with nothing. I'm going to go play, go do this with my boys. She can't never go spend time with the girls because you got somebody saying that honor and obey. Obey me when I tell you when to go and when to come. Really?
Yeah. It shouldn't feel like where I'm agreeing with you is that it shouldn't feel like a military. It shouldn't feel like the military.
No, they shouldn't feel like they less than.
No, they shouldn't feel like they're less than.
They shouldn't feel like they're the children in the house and not the mother in the house.
Right. I agree with that. And respect, but if you respect, if the husband respects the wife respects the husband, nobody feels that way.
That's nobody feels that way, and they stay together forever.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that, Maze.
So that's nice. And then when we come to Trump, now all these people